we left off, you guys came across this small town, a smallish town, called the Lion Claw. Let's see. Let me make sure I got it right. The Lion's Den town. Under the rule of a mayor who you guys found to be quite lazy.
He's chode.
The town was, for the most part, dying. There was sickness spread. Each of the villagers were dying, basically. There was bodies being burned in the streets. And he had locked the doors. And you guys set out to find a way to cure the villagers. You guys went on a little bit of a journey. And were able to collect the flowers necessary for the brewing of the medicine to cure the villagers. During this time, Pax revealed his new weapon, gifted to him in a dream. The sources of its power, mostly unknown, but the Chosen is very interested in it.
Interested?
If you remember correctly, he came to you whenever you first used it. Now you guys are back. You have delivered the flowers to the alchemist of the village, who, for what you guys know, has started brewing the cure for inoculation. You guys decided that was the end of your area that you could be of help, and went to the inn to go to bed. Once again, Candor, using his large sum of gold that was gifted to him, paid for your rooms for the night. Pax, you went to bed pretty early, and for the first time in a while, you feel you've gotten the best sleep of your life. You feel very like you're getting just wonderful sleep. No nightmares, nothing to haunt you.
Okay.
Cassian, you're in your room, pulling off your armor, getting ready for bed. You set your sword by the headrest of your bed. And as you sit down on the bed, the Chosen phased through the wall and looked to you and said, "We need to talk." And that's where we left off.
All right.
Said that to who?
Me.
To Cassian.
There was some confusion with that because he said
Yeah,
Pax before. I did go check the footage and he did say Pax.
It was because you had been running around with baby at the time, and it kind of threw me off. But that's okay. Anyways, so Cassian, Pax is asleep right now. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know why I mixed the two up so much. Cassian, the Chosen has just phased through the wall, and through your bleary eyes and your exhaustedness, you hear him say, "We need to talk."
Yes, I'd have to agree. You can phase through walls?
Hmm?
You can phase through walls?
I can use the shadows as transportation. They carry me where I need to go.
Well,
the darkness is no mystery to me, and I fear it not.
I see. Suppose it must come in handy. Anyway.
He walks over to the window and places his arm kind of on the window. As he looks out of it, he says, "You and Pax get along well."
Yes, well, we traveled to Wintergate together. Got to know him a little bit. But, I worry about him.
He seems to trust you.
I would hope so.
I can tell he does not place the same trust in me.
If I'm being entirely honest, I don't know that I would either.
He kind of sighs. As you have no right to. As I haven't been completely honest with you. I was once not the man I am. But I assure you, that man is gone. I followed a path that was not right. And now I fear that your friend is being set down the same path. A path of self-destruction. He does not know the power that he deals with.
And you do. Or at least have an idea of it.
I was once a lot like him. But no more. I put my trust in the wrong places. And that gave me this, and you see him kind of like pull his shirt back where his scar running down his face is. And he lifts his eye patch and shows you just, whenever he lifts his eye patch, it's nothing but an empty socket. And his face is kind of being held together by this dark purple energy that's kind of bouncing between as tendons.
Oh.
He pulls the eye patch back down. She gave this to me when I broke free of her awful curse.
She? Who is she?
I dare not speak her name here. All I know is that there has been a stirring in recent days, and her power grows with each step we take. I fear we march to our own dooms. I fear we march towards something far worse than any of us could ever imagine. And at this, you kind of see him go, oh, and he falls to one knee, and he's gripping his head on the side where his scar is.
I'm gonna come up and like help hold him up.
She torments me still. There is no resplendence. This is my curse to bear. And he kind of grabs you on the shoulder and says, lest you wish you see Pax become what I am. Urge him away from the axe.
That I will. But, if I might ask, is there any way to... You said you were able to break free from this grasp. Should the worst happen, we may need to fight, or at least I may need to fight to regain Pax's humanity.
He kind of stands up and walks up to you. Perhaps I misspoke. What I see in Pax is what I saw in me. I do not know the power that he deals with.
I have to fucking save the baby. Shit.
Yep. The power... Oh, fuck. Where was I? I do not know the power that he deals with. Only the path that he walks. I am unsure. There's a lot of uncertainties with this. I do know that if he continues down the path, though, it never ends well for anyone.
Right, well, I will definitely be urging him to stay on the right side of things, that's for sure.
He kind of walks up to the shadow where he kind of appeared at first. He places his hand on it and he stops for a second. He looks back at you and he says, just know I am not your enemy. We fight for a common goal here. I fight for... Well, hold on, let me stop myself there. Right word. I do not fight for gold. I fight for redemption. I seek to redeem my name. And he kind of turns to you the full way with his hand still on the wall and he says, I hope you can see that of all people. And then he phases into the shadow and disappears.
All right.
All right. So it is now late evening after your conversation. Is there anything you'd like to do before actually falling asleep and going to bed?
Before I go to bed, I'm going to kneel, take out my holy symbol of Heliorin, and pray for guidance for how I can help Pax to achieve not going to the dark of whatever it is he was getting. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
You pray to your god. And as you do so, you feel... Actually, make me insight and religion real quick.
Insight, religion. Why do I roll so low with religion? I'm a fucking holy man. What the hell?
You fall and you pray hard. You feel, though, as if your prayers are falling on deaf ears. You feel like your message was not really received and you're not sure why. With that, you go to bed. And you have a very restless night, as in your dreams, you flash back to the Chosen, seeing the scars that were left on his face, the pure energy that was just barely holding his head together. And as you drift away, you do slowly hear a voice. It sounds very different, or distant. It says, I am with you. Right before you fall asleep.
Okay.
Morning arises. You guys are not in a very lively inn. It's very barren from the aftermath of the sickness and everything. Most people are not in here. There's not much going on as far as a bar or anything. It's very small. It's a very small inn with mostly rooms, more than anything.
Okay. So you said it's mostly rooms, but not really a bar?
Yeah, there's like a small bar. It's like a really small bar where they have like a couple of things there,
Like
but
a
nothing.
hotel bar, basically.
Yeah, it's like a hotel's bar.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find I keep having to scroll back up and find his name. Castor. Or no.
Candor?
Candor. I'm gonna try to find Candor.
It's not hard. All of your rooms were kind of side by side. You see him. He walks out of his room with a Halfir behind him. He's still clasping on some buckles and stuff for his armor, and you see him kind of sliding his shield onto his back.
I'm gonna come up and just ask, what's it like being a son of the Warden anyway?
Imagine waking up every day after your birth and having someone to look up to and him spitting down on you. Never truly proud of anything you have to say. The first time my father saw pride in my father's eyes was leaving Wintergate for this quest.
That can't be easy, but I do hope you can find some worthy deeds to help him see, because you honestly have been a great help to us.
Well, he kind of chuckles for a second. You can thank Halfir for all this. And he kind of looks at me. He's like, "Best of them all, right?" And he kind of pets Halfir on the head.
What is the deal with Halfir anyway?
Well, that is a story for over drinks,
I see.
celebration. We still have a long journey ahead.
This is true.
I'm hoping to be down in Sovendra by nightfall. We're about a day's ride. We can make it.
Indeed.
Well, he kind of like looks at you kind of like with a half smile, and you can notice kind of after mentioning Halfir, he has a little bit of a tear in his eye as he kind of like goes, "Well then!" He slaps you on the shoulder. "Off we go then."
Indeed. I may, take a quick look around town and low on, that giant kind of, and some of the other engagements we've had wiped us out on some, potions. I might see if we might find some provisions.
Of course. He pulls out his coin purse that he's been carrying with him. And for you it seems very small, but he reaches in and he pulls out a handful of gold coins that really look like they shouldn't have fit in there in the first place.
Interesting.
And he hands them over to you. He's like, "Pick up provisions for the rest of us while you're in the shops."
Will do.
He hands you about 250 gold.
Okay. All right.
Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey.
All right, Pax. Are you done or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out to probably have my first stop at the what's her name? Fucking
Azuth?
Azuth's magic shop.
Okay.
But you can focus on Pax for a second.
Yeah,
I'll
Pax.
write my...
Is there anything that you want to do upon waking up? Like I said, this has been the most restful sleep you've had in possibly years.
I feel like I'm not going to be used to waking up without a hangover. So I'm going to try to fix that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to raid what they have left of the hotel bar. And so I'm going to walk down to the hotel bar.
Mm-hmm. There is a tall, thin man sitting at the bar. He's kind of got this scraggly beard going on that's kind of mixed in with black and gray hairs. And he has a shaved head with a kind of like a faux hawk thing going on his head.
Oh.
And he's sitting there wiping clean a glass real quick. He says, "Can I do you something?"
I woke up this morning. I said something. I was hoping you could help me fix this. And then,
He stops you at that. He's like, "Listen, we don't deal in thievery here. If you got a complaint about thieves or you're missing something, bring it to the gods."
what? I'm missing my hangover.
He kind of grins for a second.
Need your help.
"Now that I can fix." He goes behind the bar for a second, pulls out this vintage-looking bottle. It's very, very old-looking, and it has this wax seal on the top with the stamp of the lion head on it.
Oh, God.
"This is Borealis and brandy. Borealis and brandy is the finest brandy you'll ever find. Get you drunker faster than anything else. Does come at a cost, though, quite hefty, I must say, as it is very rare."
You know what else is rare?
He kind of cocks his head for a second. What's that?
Cures for diseases? Me and my friends helped fix the disease in this town. Does that get me a discount or anything?
Make a persuasion check. P for persuasion.
Shut the fuck up.
You are the city's heroes, after all. I suppose it would be daft of me to not give you any kind of discount, but it does come at another cost for quite a discount. I want you to advertise my inn. I will give you this entire bottle of brandy half off, but I would like you to hang all of these posters around town. He pulls out a stack of maybe about 50 posters. He kind of lays them on the table. He's like, half off for the bottle at the cost of putting up a few posters. What do you say?
Right? I'll do it, but you have to put it on Kador's tab. We haven't checked out yet.
On who?
Kador.
I'm afraid we don't have Kador in this. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Perfect. Kandor's tab. He writes it down. If you see Kandor, let him know that he owes me 652 gold pieces.
Holy fuck!
Here's the bottle.
He ain't gonna be happy, bud.
Second thought. Holy shit. Are you shitting me, Hummel?
No.
That is the top shelf stuff. Holy cow.
On second thought, that's a bit too rich for me.
He kind of growls as he puts the bottle back under the... Then what will it be? You're wasting my time.
Hey. Give me a free bottle of the free stuff and I'll still hang up your posters, though.
I don't give anything away for free, I'm afraid. But if you're willing to hang out
I'm not giving anything
posters...
away for free. I'm hanging posters for you.
Good point. Stay right here for a second, as he kind of like waves his finger around real quick. I'll be right back. And he goes...
the nastiest fucking bottle.
He opens the cellar and he goes down below for a couple seconds. He comes back up, and it's this nice looking glass bottle. He says, I'll be honest, this one comes from a land I've never heard of. He slaps it down on the table. Jackson Danielson.
Yes! Jackson Danielith.
Danielith. This is as good as it gets for the cost. I will say, I will ask for an extra 20 gold on top of the hanging of the posters for this bottle, as it is an original and one of its kind.
Alright, that you can put on Kador's tab.
20 gold on Kandor's tab. Here's the posters, and here's your bottle.
Yes, we've canonized Jackson Danielith. Fuck yeah.
Is that from this world, or is it like a crossover from...
It's a crossover.
on the label, can it be a winged orc being a teacup?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, okay. Jackson Danielith now has the emblem of a winged orc on it with an axe.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Not an axe. He's sipping from a cup, but with his pinky out.
Okay.
He's a fancy
An
man.
orc with wings, wearing a wizard hat as he sips out of a teacup with his pinky up.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Right.
I love it so much.
There you go, there's the Jackson Danielith. I'll let Kandor know that he owes me 20 gold. You get back with me with those hanging posters, And I'll even throw in a free meal before you leave.
Oh. Alright.
Alright.
Did he hand me a glass to drink from the bottle from, or just the bottle?
Just the bottle. He sold you the bottle itself.
Alright, sweet. So I just take the cap off when I start drinking. Follow-up question. Because I have now walked away from the bar. Did he hand me anything to hang the posters with?
He gave you like some nails. He didn't give you a hammer or anything, but there's some nails that were with the posters.
Okay. If he was lazy and he didn't hand me anything, I was gonna be like, oh no! I tried to hang it up.
That would not have gone well. But anyways, you have the posters. You have your bottle of Jackson Daniel. We can pause you, Cassian. You arrive at a Zeus magic shop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And outside, you see Mina. This is the early morning, walking out with a cart. And if you remember correct, Mina was the other girl in there. Yeah, the help.
Yeah. Okay.
She walks out and she's, "You must be Lord Cassian."
Just
we
Cassian.
did not get to meet very much. Just Cassian?
No, we didn't.
Well, I must thank you again. Without you, these potions and these healing aids would never have been possible.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. And she kind of shoves her braid over to her other shoulder and she says, "Here, take this." And she hands you a red bottle.
Okay.
It is one of my own special recipes for healing potions.
Oh.
I made it myself. I'm still a novice, but I hope it will help you in a pinch should you need it.
Okay. Well, yes, thank you very much. I will definitely end up putting it to use.
Of course. Thank you. I hope to see you again. And she kind of starts moving her cardigan, walking out, and as she does so, she's just kind of handing out the vials of like the cure that you guys were able to create, and she's handing it out to sick people as she walks by.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the building.
Azuth is nowhere to be seen. The shop is quite empty at the time. But you do hear her in the back. And you hear a lot of like the alchemy instruments running and stuff like that. A lot of boiling sounds and stuff like that. And her moving around very quickly.
I am going to kind of get kind of close towards the back a little bit, and then kind of just knock on the like door frame.
You hear from the other side of the door, "Come in, come in!"
I go in.
She's sitting there making potions. She's like, "Oh, Cassian, welcome back." And
yes.
She's dropping some flower petals into the boiling water at this point.
How goes the cure distribution?
Faster than I expected, to be honest. We've got 100 made, with another 200 on the way.
Excellent.
Luckily, it doesn't take much of this flower. It's very potent. I'm sorry, did you need something, Cassian?
Yes, actually. I was wondering if you had any health potions for sale.
Well, here at Zeus, we always do, although I won't be able to make anything special right now. I can see if I can provide you with what we have in stores. And she goes over and she grabs a big kind of like milk crate and kind of sets it down on the table. And she's like, "I've got about 20 of these if you'd like."
Let's see. I'm supposed to get some for the others as well. How many of us are there?
7 total.
7. Right. If I could get perhaps 14 of them.
14?
Yes.
Well, here, forget this. She takes out all 20, and she just kind of hands you the, or she gives you the whole cart with all of them in there, and she's like, "I'll give them to you at the cost of 14."
Oh, right. Thank you very much.
Of course. That'll be. See, you're kind of looking at her head, thinking for a second. That'll be 150 gold pieces.
Okay, I was writing something else down. How many gold did he give me?
150.
He gave you 250, Jeremiah.
She. Azuth is a woman.
No, Kandor.
250.
He is a man.
Okay, so 250.
Oh, hold on. Did I upgrade your sword? Did I do the thing with your sword too?
Yes.
I did?
Yes, you did the thing with my sword. I don't know if you did it in the, I don't know if you did that in my character sheet.
Oh, by the way, you're long rested. You need to...
Oh. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you did it in your character sheet, but I know you did.
Yeah,
like,
I did.
go through it.
I did.
Okay.
You're good.
Alright, okay, so 150, so that leaves, what, 100 left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, just making sure that I have the math right. Alright, I will hand her the 150. Thank you very much.
Of course. I hope to see you again at some point.
Indeed.
Here in this town, you'll always have a home.
I appreciate that. We are heading down to Fallreach to send whatever aid we can. Hopefully we'll be back up through this way sometime.
Fallreach is a long journey.
Indeed.
Well, it was wonderful to see you. I do hope that you make it to Fallreach in one piece, and that you complete whatever goal you have in mind.
Indeed. I appreciate it.
Okay. Pax.
Yep.
You've been around the town a little bit. You've been hanging up some posters. And as you get around from the center of the town edge, we'll just say that you took this kind of route here. So following the token, you kind of went this round, went around the center town. And you come back to about here, and you see Cassian as he walks out of the magic shop.
So I see him.
So 20.
Cassian!
Yeah. Oh, Pax.
What are you doing?
I was getting some provisions. Got us some health potions.
I lift up my bottle of Jackson Danielith. I've got the best health potion right here. I slept too good last night. Was missing something. Figured it was the hangover.
Well, I'm glad one of us slept good.
See, this also helps with that.
That would be true. Yes, indeed it does.
You can always count on the fancy orc.
the fancy orc.
Hey.
All right, and as you guys are talking, you see Pax from under Cassian's shoulder. You see Kandor and the rest of the crew starting to walk up to you guys, and they've got all their belongings and everything. Some of it's strung over his back. He's like, "All right then, are we all set?"
I believe so, but, are there any other provisions? I've got us, some health potions, and I'm gonna hand out, let's see. There's 7 of us, so 20. I'm gonna hand everybody 2 health potions each. And I'm trying to figure out how to math this. I think I'm gonna give, I think I'm gonna give, Pax 3 additional ones. So, everybody gets 2 health potions. And Pax, you get, 3, 5.
I got 5.
Yes.
Alright, sweet.
Perfect. This should do.
Was there any other provisions we needed?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. We should be riding out here soon. We do have a bit of a journey that we must make.
Indeed. Here's the rest of the change back. I'm gonna hand him the 100 gold.
He takes it and puts it back into his coin purse.
Right, well, in that case, we should make haste for Sovendra.
For Sovendra it is. And then he... at this point, you guys see... Ophelia walking up with all the horses by their reins. And she kind of goes, "Ride."
You said what?
Ride.
Yes,
right.
right indeed.
You ride horses.
She kind of shoots you like
No,
a...
I didn't fucking say that.
Oh.
I didn't say that.
Jeez.
Alright.
I can't be an asshole now that I know that she's not actually retarded.
I mean... Okay.
Oh wait, so she is actually. Oh,
No,
it's by a
she's
curse,
not.
so it's not really. It's not her fault.
It's just that... Yeah, okay.
Well, really, it's. You know what? I'm just gonna shut my fucking mouth now.
Alright.
Please do.
So you guys all mount your horses, and you guys head out of the south gate. You guys are on the road now. You guys spend a while riding. There's the occasional chatter between people and everything. Cassian, for some reason, you keep looking over to see the Chosen as he just kind of rides silently the whole ride. And you notice that he hasn't taken his eyes off of Pax the entire ride.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Until finally, you guys get to this point here. And in the distance, you see a little bit of a watchtower with some, like, fortress beside it. And there is a large gate. And on the other side of the gate, you notice the ground has becomes more rocky, a lot more dirt, and stuff like that. Standing at the gate, you guys would recognize them quite well. They're dressed in the red, the silver armors of Borealis. And as you guys approach, a few of them walk up to you and say, "Stop! In the name of the Queen Regent, do you have business here? Nobody goes into Sovendra."
Yes, in the name of the Queen Regent, we in fact do have business. We are making way for the armies that are marching to aid Fellreach.
He kind of looks at you kind of suspiciously.
Kandor, the symbol.
The guard walks up to Kandor. Kandor shows him the symbol without saying a word, and then the guard goes, "You bear the mark of the wolf. You travel through Sovendra at your own risk. Once you guys enter, we cannot let you out without explicit orders from the Dwarf King himself. Once you enter, there is no turning back. You understand this?"
We do. The armies are a day's march behind us. They will be, following shortly. Will there be any issue getting them through the gate?
You see a couple of the guards that were kind of like on the wall kind of chuckle at what you said. The one guard kind of stares back at you. He's like, "The Dwarf King is not a understanding man. Getting him to allow you through will take quite convincing, I'm afraid.
I see.
And as I've said, once you get in, we can lend you no aid."
Right. Well, I'm gonna look at, Kandor. I suppose we've got a king to convince, then.
I suppose we do. The guard kind of says, looks at you and stiffens up for a second. He says, "So be it. Lift the gates!" And they lift as these gates kind of slowly creak open. And as they creak open, the dust kind of falls off of them, and you can tell that these gates have not opened in a very long time. And you guys step through. And as soon as you guys step through, you guys feel the clear, clean air of Borealis leaving the taste in your nostrils. And it's replaced by this thickish, hot smell. Pax, it would feel somewhat familiar to you. You have not been home in forever. In a very long time.
Is the smell a bad smell, or is it just a kind of a, I don't know?
It's very sulfury. Like if you ever went to like Yellowstone and been near the geysers, it smells a lot like that.
Sovendra. It's been a very long time since I've been home. The air still smells like shit. What do I remember of the Dwarf King?
I was about to ask what Pax might remember about the Dwarf King.
Last time you saw the Dwarf King was about 15 years ago. You would remember that at that time, he was a very patient king. But he did have a bit of a different side to him, where he craved violence, but never sought it from outside his walls.
Okay.
And you would remember him. You would remember the fighting pits.
The fighting pits.
You would remember that once a week, he would host a tournament in a gladiator style combat. And that many would die in these pits. And they would be given rights as warriors. But the king never partook himself. He very much just liked to watch.
He liked to watch.
Okay.
Alright, sorry.
Pax, so it has been about 15 years for you since you've been home.
Alright.
And you guys continue walking down the path that leads into Sovendra. Let me go ahead and jump you guys over there. And as you guys hit, you guys are walking along the main road, and you notice a big part of this mountain has kind of fallen over into the road. And you notice to your left a bit of a winding canyon.
Okay,
Do
so,
I
so it's
recognize
like
those?
mountain. So it's like blocking the road.
Yeah, so there's like chunks of large rock on the road right
Okay.
now.
So I know of all these areas, right?
You would know of the area, yeah. And you would know this canyon. Let's see. Go ahead and make a history check. Okay. You would know that this canyon winds between the mountains to your left, and that they would pop out right on the other side at the foot of the city. Kind of.
I'm sorry. Can you re?
So yeah,
Yeah.
you know this canyon. It is, from what you remember, it runs through the mountain range here to your left, and it pops out right to the city of Sovendra, under at the bottom of the foot of the mountain that Sovendra sits on.
What dangers do I remember?
You would remember that this road is been known for a lot of bandit trade, a lot of monsters like to lurk in these winding canyons and stuff like that. And there's a lot of caverns throughout the canyon.
Okay. So the guards giving us those warnings, that's just a normal thing. It's not like a they weren't
so
dickheads.
If you remember, well, you as a dwarf would know, Sovendra has been locked down since the last Great War. For nearly 100 years. Nobody was really allowed in to Sovendra. And if you did go in, you went in alone at your own peril.
Okay.
Meaning there would be no more help from the outside world.
Those guards weren't just there to scare you. Many lives have been saved heeding the warnings of the guards. Many monsters and bandits and other fucking degenerates roam these caverns. I'd suggest we make haste.
Indeed. I suppose, though, the main road is blocked, so... Shortcut.
None. Through the canyon.
Ah, so the canyon's the long way.
As for shortcuts, we'd be running into a lot of monsters going through the caverns. I don't think it would be worth it.
Right, well...
I will say that, Pax, you would know that this is not a shortcut by any means. This is the long way.
Yeah. That's
okay.
That's what he's saying.
That's the way I'm telling you.
Okay. I thought you were telling them that
if we're trying to like cut through caverns through the mountains and shit, like that's not a good idea. So I'm telling them to go through the fucking canyon. It's
right. Well, through the fucking canyon we shall go.
Okay. So you guys on horseback turn and you walk down the canyon, and the walls are very narrow. You guys have never been in this type of enclosed space quite yet. The canyon, it's wide enough to fit everybody quite comfortably, but it does have paths and stuff where you do have to kind of like bring your shoulders in, and your horse has to kind of like breathe a little bit.
Suck it in.
Yep. Until finally you reach a point. And the path is just too narrow for the horses.
Where are we?
Hmm?
Oh, Okay, so we haven't moved very far.
If I were to say, like, you guys would have been up to about this point in the mountains. So you're in a canyon that's kind of cutting south, so between the mountains.
Okay. Well, if we cannot squeeze the horses through here, then that might be a problem.
Well, they won't be here if y'all are thinking about coming back for them. I strongly suggest if anybody has any skills in meat preserving that we butcher them.
Candor looks over.
You want to butcher Princess Pony Petunia?
I do it with a tear in my eye, but that's better than getting raped by an ogre. They fuck horses, you know.
Candor dismounts. He says, "I agree with Pax. We'll need the provisions. Oh, his pelts might fetch us a good price in the city too. Should we need any extra funds?"
I didn't think about saving the pelts.
He takes his dagger and he jabs it into the horse's throat and twists it. The horse kind of slowly falls to the ground. He's like, "Right then."
As he does this, I'm going to just say, weren't these rentals?
Candor thought for a second. He looks up. He's like, "Yeah, but we have a much more
In
pressing
one way
matter
or
than-"
another, don't fret about it. We have insurance.
Right, well, we have insurance.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did I name it? It was Princess.
Let's see, Princess Pony Petunia.
Yeah.
I wrote that down.
Princess Pony Petunia. I'll make it as quick as I can. I got my flaming. I want to do it with the flaming axe.
Yeah, do it.
That I just lop it off in one fell swoop and no blood because the flames cauterize both cauterize it. And it just I just want it to die instantly.
Okay.
Oh, Petunia.
So you guys kill all your horses.
Oh, jeez.
And Candor takes his knife and he starts skinning them and stuff like that. And he only takes about a couple of them because otherwise it would be just too much to carry with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He has provisions. Pax, he throws you a bit of a wrapped up thing of like a chunk of horse meat. Same thing to you, Cassie. He's like, "Everybody should carry one in case we get separated in the canyons."
Is it salted?
That's a good idea.
I asked if it was salted.
You can salt it on your own, if you wish.
Is there salt in these mountains, Pax?
Do I remember if there's salt in these mountains?
Do a nature check, actually. There's no salt in these mountains.
There's no salt in these fucking mountains. I thought you'd have the sense to bring something to store meat. We'll have to cook it or dry it the next time we stop, otherwise it's gonna rot.
Indeed.
Well, I guess, hopefully we won't be in these canyons too long then.
Well,
This is emergency food if we need it. Nothing more.
Indeed.
this way, Petunia. You'll always be with me.
No!
Of course, I shit you out about 4 hours later.
Oh
We're not gonna think about that.
Alright. So with the butchered meat, the pelts, a few of the pelts and everything, you guys have to turn horizontal as you guys cut through this narrow canyon pass. And you guys pass through the other side where it is nice, and it's actually a bit of a comfort noticing that the canyon has opened up to a much wider area with cliff sides overfacing both of you, or on both sides of you. They're about 10 foot tall till you get to a point where you can actually walk up on the tops, but you guys are able to continue on the ground level. And go ahead and make me perceptions.
Uh-oh. Nope. That's not great. I'm so glad I wrote down the horse's name.
Oh shit! I have to go change the diaper.
That was so funny.
He's not fucking happy with me. He's like, so. Hang on. Sorry, give me just a minute.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did say not to get attached to the horses.
I did.
Now I see why.
Perception.
Perception? Fuck. Fuck. Perception. I'm not.
Can I roll again since it's been so long?
Nope.
Oh, I really wish I could roll again.
As you guys walk through the canyon, you guys notice some of the rocks starting to slip and fall behind you guys.
Okay.
And hold on.
It's okay, Bubba. He's rolling over.
And as you guys walk through the canyon, what's the marching order?
Am I leading because this is technically where I came from and I know it better than the others?
You can
Probably
choose that if you like. Alright, so Pax, you're in the front of the marching order?
I will probably be kind of in the middle somewhere. And I would imagine Kandor would probably be somewhere up at the front.
Okay. So Pax, you're leading?
Yeah.
Alright. What's your AC?
16.
Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay.
That's either a really good thing or a really fucking bad thing.
Pax, as you're walking, you suddenly feel pain shoot through your entire arm all the way down, and you feel this pain, and it's caught you off guard, and you look down and you see an arrow sticking out of your shoulder.
Motherfucker. I try to do the right thing by leading these motherfuckers through my caverns.
You take 10 piercing damage. And go and put your tokens down in the order that you guys stated.
Okay.
I take 10?
Yeah.
Which way is forward?
What the fuck?
It was a natural 20.
Which way is forward?
Forward is the way that you guys are on the other side. So the other side where there's... I didn't put down the tokens.
So
you
the
guys are on
west.
Yeah.
The west is forward. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys are moving west.
Nat 20.
Okay, so Pax goes right here.
That's why I said it didn't matter.
Nat 20, my asshole.
So Pax, you're gonna be up here somewhere.
Oh boy, we're getting ready for a fight.
I'm sorry, I'm watching Paxton.
You're good.
Because he's on the tummy time mat, and I'm trying to judge on whether or not it's actually like appropriate for me to go get him, or do I just let him stare at the toys at the top of his tummy time mat and see if he calms himself down. If he starts shrieking, it's been 2 hours since he's eaten, and I might have to feed him, but it'll be alright.
Okay. And let me pull this up. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Fuck.
What do you roll? 4 and a 17?
Yep.
And I'll just roll for...
I'm getting his bottle ready right now. So.
Okay.
I have been not in the initiative order for some reason.
You are.
Really? I don't see me.
Yeah. Oh, here. Roll again. I'll change it to a 17. Make sure that you click your token and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, you guys are going to take a round of surprise attack.
Okay.
Cassian, you see now, as you look up to see what shot Pax, you look to the cliff's edges, and you look around as out of the shadows emerges a bunch of very cloaked men.
Oh.
And I keep closing the fucking character sheets.
I don't recommend that.
So, one up there is going to shoot at Pax again. Natural 1 misses. Cassian, what's your AC?
19.
Okay. One of the arrows flies out from over your head, or comes right at you, catches you in the arm, and you take 4 piercing damage.
Damn, okay.
Alright. Where did my turn order go? Oh, there it is. And with that, these guys are going to start moving up to y'all.
Oh, good lord. Good lord, it's okay. It's okay, baby.
It's not okay, Paxton. We're all gonna die.
Here comes the bubble.
Alright, and now we are at the start of the turn order. Cassian, you're up.
Okay, I am going to... What do these guys look like?
They're clothed in like this black reddish armor. They're wearing some brown hoods and stuff, and they're wearing these masks.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to come up to this one and make a... Yeah, I'm gonna make an attack with my sword. Of course.
Yeah. You bring your sword up, but these guys are really quick as he quickly steps out of the side, and then he shoulder checks your shield, kind of knocking you a little unbalanced.
Hi, it's okay.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's it.
Alright, up next, the assassins. This guy in front of you. He's gonna make a multi-attack against you. 18 to hit on both attacks.
Miss.
Alright. Damn, really? Okay, so
my AC's 19.
he pulls out his dual short swords. And he tries to, like, make a couple of quick jabs. But you're quick with your shield as you knock both of the attacks away. Well, let's see. This guy runs up to you, Pax. He's going to try and take an attack with the short sword.
He's
8.
not, because misses.
All right.
Guess what? He misses, Captain. He doesn't hit you. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, sir.
So he swings at you with his
Hi.
short sword, and you're very easily able to block it with your axe. This one's gonna move up to here. He's actually gonna take a shot at Candor. Here. So he pulls out his crossbow, fires a shot, and Candor gets hit in the shoulder. And he kind of says, "Oh!" as he stands back up, lifting his shield up. These two up here. 12 to hit Paxton.
Misses.
Misses. Alright, so they fire 2 shots off at you, and you're able to... You're too short, so they misjudge the angle a little bit as they're firing from a higher elevation, and it flies over your head.
Okay.
Alright. NPC's turn. Candor rushes this guy and starts to engage him with his sword. Makes a long sword strike. 14. As he rushes him with his sword, the assassin is really quick as he quickly rolls to the side and gets out of the way of his sword. And then... Cassian the Chosen moves up from behind you. He's gonna fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, the guy in front of you. And you watch... Hold on, how much does that do? What is it? Repelling... Okay. You watch as 2 blasts of dark energy fly by you. And hits this guy, not flying him back to this point here as he's flat on his back and he stands back up. Alright. Cassian.
Oh my god, there's a fucking bowl and there's a glass bowl sitting on my desk that I was eating popcorn with, and he almost sent that shit to the floor.
Oh no.
My god, dude.
Paxton, it's your turn.
Do not fucking cry because I took that away from you, you little shit. Alright, this poor sod in front of me. He is going to get the axe. My special fire axe. Lake of Fire Great. No, don't cry, child. It's fine. Do not cry. Holy.
Alright. Pax, you lift your axe above your head and you bring it down in one fell swoop. And as you almost connect with him, the entire head of your axe begins to glow bright orange and flames erupt from it. And you can see as the axe gets closer, you can see his skin starting to get burns on it, little second degrees burns. And as you make connection, your axe cleaves about halfway through his entire chest. And he kind of just falls to the ground, dead.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
You still have bonus and movement.
Man, I really wish I could charge my fucking weapons with a bonus action, but that's fine. I'm going to... We have enemies over here. Oh, we have enemies up here. How... Okay, so how tall is this cliff?
They're about 10 feet.
About 10 feet?
Yeah. It's not represented well on the map, but that's okay.
Okay. Am I able to climb this?
For you, it would take an acrobatics check. For sure. But you'd be able to climb it. It just might take you like 2 turns.
15. I'm gonna get up against the wall.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check to see if you can latch on.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh, I could go all the way up.
No, that's not how that.
Oh, you said
Your movement speed is going to change whenever you're mounting.
All right.
Whenever you're climbing. Okay. So you're able to grab onto some of the stones, and you pull yourself up one step, and then you pull yourself up another. And you can see, as you're getting almost kind of like to the halfway point, one of the rocks slips from below you, and you kind of stumble and you fall back to the bottom, but you're still holding on. Like, you're still able to climb up. So you're still latched on.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. At the start of the turn order, Cassian and Pax, go ahead and make me perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you just suck with like every type of roll.
I sense that my rolls are shitty. Yeah.
I have a really good roll on something that doesn't even matter here in a little while.
Yeah. It'll be something stupid, and I'll get like a fucking insane
Okay,
roll.
Pax. You feel the ground bit.
The what?
The ground is kind of like shaking. You can kind of feel the vibrations in the rocks.
Would I have an idea as to what is causing the shaking?
Nope, no clue.
Oh no.
Okay, okie dokie. That means it's something spooky. Alright. That's my turn. What did Daddy
All right,
get for
Cassian.
dinner? What did Daddy get for dinner?
It's your turn.
What did I get for dinner back then?
Is this guy prone still, or did he get up?
No, he stood up.
Okay.
He stood up at the end of that, after being knocked down.
Okay, I'm going to come back up to him, and I'm going to give him another whack.
Give him the 1-2. All right,
Well, I'm just going to give him the 1, because I'm not level 5 yet.
that's true. So you bring your sword up, and you slash, and he tries to parry it with his short sword, but it kind of goes through, and you catch him right in the neck, and you see his head is kind of just hanging there.
Oh.
But like not fully. It's just like you can see the tendons where you cut are just kind of holding on.
Oh boy.
Is there anything else that you want to do?
Is he dead?
No, he's still alive. You can see like he has a very bad wound on his neck.
Okay. I think that's gonna be my turn.
All right.
We need to level up.
This one's going to start trying to run away from you, Cassian. Moving back.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
If you'd like that. Yeah,
I would
go
like
ahead.
that. I would like that. Ooh.
Okay. As he turns his back to you, he reaches for his crossbow to try and make a quick shot. And as he sticks his arm out as if he's going to shoot you real quick, you cleave his arm off, and then you do a little flourish spin as you bring your sword back around and cut his head clean off the rest of the way.
Yeah. Eat it, sucker.
Alright. This guy's going to start moving forward towards you, Cassian. And he's going to take a shot at you with his crossbow. 16.
This is...
He fires off his shot with his crossbow as you cut his friend's head off, and as you swing around, you raise your shield and block the shot coming from the other side midair, catching it in your shield. This guy's going to make an attack against Kandor. Alright. He brings his short sword up, and he finds a small gash in the padding of his armor, and stabs Kandor right in the ribs.
Ooh.
These two are going to take shots at Quinn. The arrows fly through the air. 2 arrows, they fly through the air. One of them misses, catching Quinn like right in his cloth, and as he falls back onto the ground, the arrow pins him down with the into the ground, and the other one catches him right in the other shoulder. All right, that's gonna be their turn. Chosen takes a step back. He's gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the guys up there on the cliffside. Ooh. Both of them fly just too low as they collide with the rocks right above Paxton. And a couple of rocks kind of fall onto your head, Paxton. But they are not like big rocks, just some pebbles and debris falling on top of you. Ophelia's going to start rushing forward. And as she runs by you, Cassian, Ophelia pulls out one of her hand axes and throws it, or one of her javelins, and throws it at the guy. And he watches the javelin sail through the air as she's running, and it connects with the guy, catching him right in the thigh. And he howls out in kind of pain and agony. Pax, it is your turn. You are currently hanging kind of low on this cliffside.
Alright, I'd like to try to keep climbing up.
Alright, make me another acrobatics check to see if you get movement speed base.
And is this counting as my action or just my movement?
This would be your action, yeah.
Oh, fuck that, never mind.
Oh, you're not going up there?
No, I don't want to spend a fucking action to move.
Oh, okay.
So...
You're not spending action to move, you're spending an action to climb. But okay.
It's all on a 2D face.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let me look something up. I did not mean to roll. I'm trying to fucking pull up the how fucking what its range is.
Click the
Oh, here.
information. Yeah, the speech bubble.
120 feet.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
they're
gonna
definitely in
firebolt.
range.
I want to firebolt this one.
Okay.
Da-da-da. Hey, my fucking glasses. Where are my glasses, Paxton? There we go.
Alright. You fire a firebolt through the air, sticking your hand out, and as it flies through the air and catches this guy right in the face, you watch as he begins to slowly disintegrate from his head down to to about his waist, and then he stops disintegrating, leaving a pair of legs.
Oh gosh.
Is that your turn?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, top of the round again, make me perception checks.
Come on, don't roll like shit. For once.
Paxton, as you're running back, right before you make your firebolt shot, you look over your shoulder, and down the canyon, you can see 3 very large things moving towards you.
Is that all I notice?
You hear the sound of grinding gears as they get closer.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna put this guy down. He's being...
Yep, that's fine. Cassian, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Gears. That's not good. But I don't know anything about gears yet, so I'm gonna come hit this guy in the face. Smack.
Alright. You run up to the guy right in front of you, and you see as he's trying to pull out the javelin that was thrown into his leg, you run and you kind of hammer the javelin the rest of the way through with your shield, and then you take your sword and you thrust it straight through his chest, and he falls dead.
All right. Let's see, 20. 30. I'm gonna back up a little bit to over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn. Yeah.
Alright. This guy's gonna try and move away from Kandor. Kandor's gonna make an attack of opportunity. And I don't have him set up right, do I? Why did you... Okay, whatever.
Alright.
Kandor lifts his sword up and cuts down the guy right in front of him. Pax. Let me do this. $23 to hit.
No, doesn't hit. It misses.
Yep. That's what I thought. Alright, you take 8 piercing damage.
I take what now?
8 piercing damage.
That's not fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you guys are gonna see him start to make a break for it. Pax, your turn.
I'm gonna firebolt this one over here.
Okay. Okay. You send a firebolt flying through the air, and it catches him in the back, and you watch as his clothes kind of burn away, start to scar his skin a little bit, but he's still running. Cassian and Pax, go ahead and make me perception checks with advantage this time.
Oh, now, yeah, okay. There it goes. Now I actually get a decent fucking roll.
Cassian. And they're close enough now, Pax, you would also just see this, okay?
Oh yeah, what am I about
They?
to see?
Oh no.
You see the heads
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
of 3 shiny machine warriors wielding axes. And as they approach, you can see the beam of red light through their eyes. And as they walk, you hear them kind of chanting in the distance, saying, "You will not resist."
what the fuck?
Cassian, it is your turn.
Am I within earshot of them? Like, if I said something, would they hear me? Or would I have to get closer?
You could try to yell at them, yeah. You're in a canyon.
Okay. I am just gonna yell at them. Will not resist what?
You will not resist the Dwarf King. Rule.
Yes, I should like to see the Dwarf King. Oh, can you take us to him?
You will be brought before the Dwarf King shortly.
In one piece, preferably.
I said you should shut the fuck up right now.
Well, we need to go see the Dwarf King.
Yeah, and if you want to see him without getting a bunch of bruises, don't fucking resist.
All right.
It's death by snoo fucking metal robots.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Pax,
So
do you know anything about these?
I'm assuming that they're dwarven architecture.
So from your dwarven history, you would understand that you've never seen machines like this before. They do look dwarven, and based on their craftsmanship, though.
And the mention of the dwarven
weapon.
king.
Yes, but you would not have ever seen these before.
Oh, fuck. I've never seen these before, but something tells me something's going on with the king.
Would seem so. You're the dwarf, what do you recommend?
What the fuck I just told you?
Fight them or just follow them?
Follow them, of course.
Okay. And I'm gonna put my weapon away.
At this point, you guys watch as this one approaches the thief, who is trying to run. But you see how big it is compared to the thief. The thief is probably about 6 foot, about very close to that height. This thing stands about 4 of them. And you watch as it reaches one arm out, and it grabs the thief by the head and squishes the head completely, as it just kind of, the rest of the body kind of slumps out from between its fingers.
Christ.
And then they kind of mechanically all start walking up to you, and the lead dwarf, or the lead machine, kind of looks down at you and says, "You will not resist. You will come without question. You are our prisoners."
Right.
Okay, Paxton.
Then I'm just gonna not do anything threatening.
Perfect. Thank you for your cooperation. And it takes its hand, and it kind of puts like this machine around your head, and it wraps down your face until you can no longer see or speak. They turn to you, Pax, and they go, "You will not resist." And they reach out with the same machine. Do you do anything, or do you let them do this?
Pax. Mac. Oh, jeez. He's the one telling us to not.
I need you to calm the fuck down. I need you to calm the fuck down.
He's the one who's telling us to not resist. So I'm gonna.
Okay, are you starting to sneeze? Oh my god, dude. I think he's starting to teethe. He's okay.
Alright. I'm gonna assume that you didn't hear anything that we had just said.
No, I'm trying to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, just now, they walked up to Cassian and said, "You will not resist." And it reached out and it put this machine on his head. And as he put it on his head, it covers his entire face, and he's unable to see or speak at this point. And they walk up to you with the same machine, and they reach out as if they're gonna put it on your head. Are you gonna do anything, or are you gonna let them do this?
What do they do? I'm so sorry. This dude's fucking.
They put a machine on Cassian's head, and as they put it on, it wrapped around his face, and it covers his entire head.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. So they put the machine's on your guys' head, and it wraps around your entire face and stuff until you are unable to see or speak, and you can't hear. And with that, combat is over. Let me see. Alright. You guys, the next time that you open up your eyes and you're able to see, let me do this too. They remove the machines from your head, and you guys are in these cells now. Pax, you wouldn't really know where you are, but you would recognize these cells as they are dwarven made. Dwarven metal lines the edges of these cells.
Oh my god.
And there is a very tall dwarf. Very tall, compared to most dwarves, walking around. And he has a hammer in one hand, and what appears to be a, like, rope in the other. He comes up to the cell, he's like, "You lot finally ready?"
Ah, fuck, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to take the dog out.
Okay. He kind of walks up to you guys in each of your cells, he says, "You lot ready?"
Ready for what?
He kind of slides this plate under the cell door, and it's full of this, like, mush gruel. He goes, "Well, to die, of course. The Dwarf King heard of what his sentinels found. Dead bodies surrounded each of you. He wishes to see you fight."
Yes, and I wish to speak with him if possible.
Kind of wags his finger. "The only way one speaks to the Dwarf King is winning the fighting pits."
Well, if winning the fighting pits is what we must do, then, that is what we shall do.
You look around, Cassian, and you notice that most of your crew that you've traveled down here with are in separate cages.
Mm-hmm.
You look across the cell across from you, and you see Candor and Ophelia in the cell across. You look down a little bit, you see Chosen in his own cell. You and Pax are in a cell together. You do not see Johnny, Quinn, or Halfir.
Oh no.
The fighting pits are grueling. We will see if you have the stones to make it out alive. But that is not tonight's problem, as tomorrow morning we will see. You will put your mettle to the test. Until then. And he kind of starts walking away.
Alright.
So it's you and Pax in a cell. Across from you is Ophelia and Candor. And Chosen is in the cell next to them. Across from you.
Well, it appears we have no choice but to fight. I'd prefer that we didn't have to, but, to be fair, it might earn the Dwarf King's respect should he see us be successful.
Candor walks up to the bars and holds him. "Pax, you know the Dwarf King, do you not? Or know of him?"
Pax.
Okay, I'll catch you up. So there's a man who came up to you and he said, the only way that you're going to speak to the Dwarf King is by winning the fighting pits. Candor, he walked away. Candor looks over to you now, and he's holding the bars from the cell across. He looks to you and he goes, Pax, you know of this Dwarf King. Is this truly the only way that we will be able to speak to him?
Well, normally the king was sensible back in my day, but the fighting pits have been a long-standing tradition. But like I said, normally he was a sensible king.
And it seems we have no other way. We'll have to fight in the pits. And then you see Ophelia kind of stand up. She's like, "Oh, kill, kill, kill!" She gets excited over this.
Well, I know for sure she's gonna make it, but I don't know if we want her talking to the Dwarf King.
Ophelia, good with word.
Maybe once upon a time, but until we fix your brain, you're not the one to talk to him. He'll think you're some kind of monster.
Ophelia kind of laughs. She goes, "Monster! Yes! Kill!" And she kind of bangs her fists together.
Oh, we are so fucked.
That we are.
Candor kind of looks over. He says, "Right then. Seems like tomorrow morning we fight in the pits. I suggest we all get some rest."
All right.
All right. So, do you guys want to do anything in your cell together, or do you guys want to?
Am I in the same
Go ahead and go to
cell?
sleep.
Yeah,
You're in
we're
the same cell as Cassian.
Obviously our weapons are gone.
Yeah.
Would I remember anything about the fighting pits on whether or not we would be receiving our weapons back, or if we're given random weapons?
You would remember that usually it was a fighter's choice on the weapon that they used. But there were also a great many events where they would send people in even without their weapons. So you're unsure what events you could be a part of, but you know that you have to be prepared for anything. Because the fighting pits can change throughout the fights.
Paxton, what would you know of the what might we be fighting?
Literally,
Both of us.
come on now. Literally, I can't do it. I can't say literally with the Irish accent.
You're good.
I can do it.
Then say every word.
Quite possibly.
Everything and anything they are able to pull out of the deep, dark crevices of this canyon. I've seen ogres, orcs, twisted machines of metal, cursed things that creep in the dark.
Through darkness.
Yes, that is a hermit they call Corvus. They found him shooting drugs in a
Not Corvus the druggy hermit.
Corvus the druggy hermit, bro.
talking about some gods or something, and they shoved him into these pits.
Yeah, that sounds like Corvus.
They say he fucks his victims with black tentacles.
Jesus Christ.
He likes purple for some reason. No, shit.
He likes purple.
Bro.
They say that in his cell he screams and has nightmares of an orc. Not necessarily nightmares of terror. More like an annoyance.
Oh no, nightmares of terror. Well, yeah, more annoying. Yeah.
Are you making pressing the orc?
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
back to.
Hey, I am going to have to periodically
You're good.
go
You're good.
check
You're
on
good.
him to make sure that he's like calming down because I don't hear him screaming. So I'm going to make sure he's still alive. So hang on.
Yep. He's still alive, I guarantee you. Watch, he's gonna come back and be like, yep, he's still alive. It's a fucking baby, it's not a...
Oh, he's still pissed off.
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
Alright. Well, back to what you guys were doing in the cell.
You should tell him what my uncle told my cousins, to suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah, no, they're shut the fuck up. There's something going on with him. He's
probably teething.
I would imagine he's probably fucking teething. That and when he fights sleep, he's fucking angry. So
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Alright, so do you guys do anything? You guys talk anymore?
I am going to silently hope that the dream person comes and talks to me tonight.
What a coincidence. Okay, awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Before
I
you
did not
actually
know.
do that, before we go to bed, I am going to say, Pax, that was probably not the greatest of times, but at some point we may want to talk about this this axe and whatever this weird dream you had was about, because not going to lie, I am a little worried.
I'm gonna kind of like raise my eyebrow at him and kind of be worried, Paladin. It's not you. It's my business. And I'd ask that you stay the fuck out of it.
Oh.
And all I ask is that you use caution.
I am being cautious. I've made no deals with the devil as of yet.
Okay. So that's the last thing that you do
Yeah,
before turning over for bed?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Cassian, you spend the night thinking about your last conversation, worrying about Pax. Pax, you fall asleep with the thought of the man who visited your dreams once before. You think about him still. And as you begin to drift to sleep, you once again are no longer in your body or in the place you once were. And you come back to the field with the man standing in a moonlit sky, under a moonlit sky, and the grass is blowing. He says, with his hands still behind his back, the same way that you guys first met. He just says away from you, "I knew you would call for me." He turns around.
Hi. I wanted to know if there's any way I could call that axe back to me.
Call it back to you.
You see, it's been taken.
Well, my friend, 'tis funny that you ask such a question. The axe can be recalled, yes. But only if you unlock your full true potential.
How does one unlock their full potential?
Well, that I've already explained to you. Do you not remember our last conversation? And you see him
I
kind of
remember it. You
like grin.
creepy fuck.
In our last conversation, I told you to put your trust in me as he clenches his fist. I am your potential. We could be so much more together. I need you to trust me, and trust that I am here in your best interests. Through me, power is no longer a dream.
I trust you just about the same as you trust a prostitute to suck off your willy.
Now,
It
Paxton.
might feel fucking great, but you'll wake up in the morning with syphilis.
Now, Paxton, my friend. I've already shown you a great deal of good faith. What more could you ask of me to prove my alliance with you?
I don't know, a small conversation maybe about who the fuck you are?
I've told you already.
Jesus Christ.
He doesn't exist here.
I am well aware of that. Yeah, you mind fucking elaborating on it then?
How about this, Paxton? Tomorrow morning in the fighting pits, when hope is dwindled down to your last stick, when you have nothing left to give, no blood left to spill, give me your hand, and I will destroy your enemies. But I say this. If you do this, our alliance shall be born in trust.
What trust is there? You won't even tell me your name.
Paxton, I will give you one more sign of good faith before I part with you tonight. I hope after this, you will believe me. And he snaps his fingers, and you are standing in a new, unfamiliar armor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
And you
I
can
hate you
feel
so much, Hunter.
the heat from the plate metal starting to kind of almost feel like it's becoming more comfortable as you grows into your second skin. This is my personal armor. I will rather want it returned to me after the fighting pits, but take it as a sign of good faith that I give you it tonight, that I do not wish to see you perish. I wish to see you fight and win. That is all I wanted from the very beginning. From our very first meeting.
Look, I'm sorry. I need you to answer, like, at least one of my fucking questions without dodging it. If I agree, and me and you make a fucking deal, I need some sort of assurance that you're not gonna ask me to kill fucking babies after I'm your fucking slave.
I would never ask you of such a thing. I know it is not in your character.
No baby killing?
No baby killing.
Alright.
I will not make any
I
promises
don't
against
understand
those
why
who
that was
deserve
so
it.
fucking hard.
Well, I assure you there is no baby killing.
Alright. And I'll be honest with you. I'm honestly thinking about it a little bit more now.
Of course.
I'm not into fucking killing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Just know, if you ask for my help in battle tomorrow, I will take that as a signing of our deal. And we will be one, and we shall be glorious, as we strike down the hearts of those who would do ill on the world. This I vow.
I'm going to remember that he said, those that want to do ill to the world. I'm going to keep that in mind. And, one more thing. No gay shit. You keep saying, we will be one a little too much. I'm not into the gay shit.
Just know this, Paxton. I say one We are one. In the sense of, you will have my power. You will have my knowledge. You will have my trust.
Hopefully without your dick in my ass. Alright then, I'll think about it. You have a good night.
Just remember what I say. As he begins to slowly fade, he kind of like starts to burn from his toes and all the way up to his ankles, up to his legs. And as he's fading away into the smoke and the cinders are flying around him, just call for me in battle, should you need. And he kind of disappears. And once again, the same way that you had before, the night before, you sleep very restful tonight.
Okay. Hey, can we take a 10-minute thing here for just a second? I'm sorry, I gotta go.
We can.
I'm gonna try one more thing to get him to calm down. I'm gonna try giving him a warm bath. But he is just not. He's
yeah.
Not
Go ahead. We'll take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back to this. Okay.
All right.
All right. So where we left off, you guys had gone to bed.
Ah! Shit!
Okay.
I accidentally clicked on Steam and it brought up my fucking Steam.
You done?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it. Okay.
No,
Where we left off, you guys were going to bed in the prison cell. Alright? Pax, you visited your dream entity who has been coming to you in your sleep and had gifted you your weapon. And he gifted you an armor to use for the fight. Okay?
Yep.
Like I said, you had the most restful sleep of your entire life this night. Same as the night before, unlike any other before. And you awaken. And you see Cassian on the other side of the cell as he's kind of waking up in the morning time too. You look across the cell and you see Candor and Ophelia starting to rise as well. And you hear some shuffling down the hallways. Either side of the cells being opened up and everything. Chains moving. Are you guys going to do anything for this morning? You guys...
Am I currently wearing the armor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a little hard to hide.
I'm gonna look over at Pax. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is what?
Have good dreams, did we?
Wouldn't necessarily call them good dreams. God, he can hear me. He's flipping shit. Mom's almost home though. She's gonna.
Oh, good.
Well,
okay.
Are y'all able to hear that in the background, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Well, whatever the case, again, I advise you caution.
Well, Paladin, he answered a few more of my questions this time, and you will rest easy knowing he has promised me I will not be killing any babies. Nor will we be doing any gay shit.
Well, while I can say that does reassure me slightly, that doesn't mean that he will not use you to commit other atrocities.
Listen, Cassian, if I ever get to the point where I'm picking you up in the middle of the night and shouting Latin into your face, I give you permission to end my fucking life right there. Besides, I haven't made the deal yet. This is another act of good faith, according to him.
I see.
Although I am considering it. He did say we'd be punishing those who would hurt the realm. Or some fucking bullshit like that.
Punishing those who would hurt the realm.
Hey! Might be a fire paladin. What would you think of that?
I'm afraid you likely would not be a paladin.
Aye, fuck off then. We've got to survive the pits today.
And at that, the man that you saw before, the taller dwarf, walks up to the cell. He's like, "It's time."
A little bit
Starts
tall
unlocking
for a
the cell.
dwarf.
This is because I am not a full dwarf.
Oh, your mom's a whore, is she? What's the tone of his skin?
At that,
I'm just.
he takes the whip and he slaps you across the face and he says, "You will not talk of my mother, and you will die in the
Ooh.
fighting pits for sure."
Harder, daddy.
Oh gosh.
So he walks up to you now, grabs you by your shirt collar, and throws you out of the cell and says, "Move." He starts unlocking the rest of the cells. He walks over and hands you guys each of your weapons. Today's event will be fighter's choice. You may use your weapons, or we may provide them.
I'll stick with mine, thanks.
Yeah, I'll take my flaming axe over the rusty piece of shit.
All right. As he hands you guys back your weapons, he ushers each of you into another cell. This one is a bit different. This one has kind of bars all around you. And you guys notice that you guys get pushed in with Ophelia, Candor, and the Chosen. All of you are now together. You notice again that you are missing Johnny and Quinn Bastion and his wolf Halfnir. And as he closes the door, you feel the entire kind of cell begin to shake and rumble. And you guys are lifted, and you guys are rising. Till you finally reach the top. And I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and drag your tokens down here. Or unless you guys can move those tokens that I have provided.
Yeah, yeah. It's...
Okay.
Hang on, I think I have to put down mine.
As you guys break the surface of darkness, you guys can hear the chanting of a crowd growing louder and louder. The dust is being stirred up around you as your lungs begin to fill with the smell of blood and smoke. You guys arise, and the cage doors fly open.
How far away is mom? Holy shit.
What would you guys like to do?
Man. I want to look around to see if I see the Dwarf King.
Okay, you take several steps away from your cage, and you do a quick little half turn, and you see what you assume to be the Dwarf King sitting in a very large throne with two of his sentinels side by side, overlooking the battlefield.
All right. How does he look? What is he looking like? Is he...
He looks very unamused. And if you take a closer look at him, you notice he has a bit of cloth covering both of his eyes.
A bit of cloth covering his eyes? Like eye patches? Or a blindfold?
Yeah, they cover his similar to a blindfold.
Okay.
And you see him as he looks at you, almost as if he's looking right through you. And he turns to his sentinel and he whispers something. The sentinel goes and he pulls a lever, and you hear the entire arena rumble. As this happens, you watch as 4 more cells similar to yours in each of the kind of corners of the walls and everything rise and unlock, and outruns a bunch of armor-clad warriors in each of them, each wearing various types of armors. And with that, I'm going to have everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
I really hope I start rolling better.
So do I. You will not survive if you don't.
Great.
Day 18! Give it up for day 18! Oh, wait.
Just one of these guys. Move these over. Oh, guys, I got a bit of setup to do here. This is chosen. And one more. Alright guys, these warriors run out of their cells. They take arms in the center of the battlefield. And you notice as each side kind of runs towards the center. Pax, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Question.
Go ahead.
That armor I'm wearing, did it raise my AC?
Yes, your AC is now 19.
Okay.
And you also, depending on how the fighting goes.
Did we take a long rest during that cell?
Yes, you would have taken a long rest during in the cell.
Am I aware of any special bullshit that the armor provides me, or does it just raise my AC to fucking 19?
Well, that's only what mine is, so
run
that's
in,
not so special.
If you would like, do an Arcana check, and I will tell you what you would know.
Oh, Pax bumped his head.
So, as far as you can tell, the armor has no magical properties.
Okay.
But
Alright.
you get a feeling that if attuned correctly, it would.
Oh, good God. Alright.
Interesting.
I'm gonna use my action to Blade. Burning hands into the flaming axe, because you know what? We're gonna double up on the flames.
Overkill.
I'm a fire dwarf.
Okay. You focus on your axe and you can feel its energy as you begin to attune with your axe, and you cast the spell Blade, and you can feel the fire burning within the axe.
Alright. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Almost paying you guys no mind, you watch as each of the gladiator warriors rush the center.
I'm gonna go check on Paxton again. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Chosen's going to make a flanking move. And he's actually going to hold his action. Same thing with the other two. Cassian.
Well, I don't think that's gonna be helpful. What's this do? Yeah, that's not helpful. That would be kind of helpful, but I think I may. Well, no, I'm gonna save the spell slot. Can I tell these are in fact the guys that we are supposed to be fighting? Or are they looking around waiting to see what else we might have to fight?
Make me an insight check.
Ooh, okay, 18.
You can tell that these guys know what they're doing. They look like seasoned vets.
And they're getting ready to fight us, or are they getting ready to fight something else?
They look like they're about to fight each other.
Okay. I'm gonna move here. And I am going to hold my action. I want to cast Sacred Flame whenever one of these guys starts coming after any of my guys.
Okay, sounds good. Now, hold on. Top of the round. Cassian, since Pax is not here, you'll have to relay this to him, okay? Hold on, I have to make a bunch of rolls. You hear at the top of this round of combat, you hear some gears start to turn, and you hear rocks slide against each other. And you watch as the center circle begins to spin. And it's going faster and faster, and it spins, throwing, let's see, 2 of the fighters off of the dial. Cassian, please explain what happened at the top of the round of combat.
Pax. So some crazy ass shit started going down at the top of the round. Yes. So the center bit started spinning.
Say what now?
It started spinning, and this fuck, and this fuck fell off of it because it was spinning too fast.
I love dwarfish ingenuity.
And Hunter, are they prone? Are these guys prone?
Yeah, they're prone now.
Okay, so yeah, they are prone. So that's what you would have missed.
All right. So the merry-go-round started spinning.
Yes.
Threw 3 of them off. Well, fuck! I can't reach anybody.
Let me remind you, you are a spellcaster.
I know I can, but I wanted to smack somebody with the axe.
It's not concentration. You can just
Is it
fucking do
currently
something
spinning?
else. Yes.
No, it
Oh,
stopped
no.
spinning at the it only spun for a couple of seconds.
Okay, so it spins and then it stops. Okay, interesting. Good to know.
Let's see. I can't do a WOG anymore because that guy's done.
Well, we'll get back to it someday.
No, pirate yell. No, that not. Oh no! Please, I just calmed you down. I'm sorry for screaming. No, no, please, no.
Good
Please,
job,
fine.
Mac.
No, please, start going. All right, so we're gonna
the consequences of your actions. Yay.
We're gonna quietly scream. We're gonna rush forward and we're gonna fireball.
You're gonna fireball? You don't have that spell.
Oh wait. What's the dollar store? Dollar store. Firebolt.
Firebolt. Dollar store fireball, bro.
That one.
All right.
Oof.
You reach out your hand and your arm begins to glow bright orange fire as you launch a fireball or firebolt. But he dodges out of the way at the very last second, taking no damage. Is there anything else you want to do?
How does your lady friend feel about cursing?
What?
Tell her to cover
He doesn't
her
care.
ears.
Oh, okay. Cover your ears, according to Mac.
And remember to keep it YouTube friendly.
I'm going to call him I'm gonna call him a pile of sticks. You're a stupid pile of sticks. All right, she can uncover her ears now.
Well, she never covered them in the first place.
Well, it was better than calling him a faggot. That's right, Paxton. We called him a faggot.
That's the funniest part right there.
Is that your turn?
What can I do as a bonus action? Do I have anything? Ooh. No. No, that would be it.
Okay.
Alright.
Is now all the gladiators' turns. Paxton, this one's going to rush you.
Yes. Yes, come closer.
There he is.
Closer so that I may bunk you.
Oh, that triggers my held action.
Oh, okay, yeah, cast Sacred Flame.
I almost forgot about that.
As did I. Okay, DC 11. Hold on, I lost. Oh, I closed it because I'm an idiot. Where is it?
Oh, I'm sorry to fucking interrupt. But my aunt she gave us the entire VeggieTales DVD collection.
Okay.
Nice.
If you like to talk like a tomato, I forgot the song. But...
It was great. I looked over at Natalie singing it with you.
Wash
Oh boy.
You smile.
Okay.
It's sitting at my desk, and I looked over at it. I'm like, oh, there's a cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. He's gonna run up to you, and he has a little bit. He has a tiny shield that he's gonna try and shield bash you with. 20 to hit. Does a 20 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Because
I
I call upon the Dream Man. Ares, defeat my enemies, and my life is yours. No,
Is this?
that was my trigger. That was.
Please tell me that's a joke.
No, yeah, it's a joke.
Okay, good. Thank fuck.
Takes 1 point of damage. Ares,
All right.
my life is yours.
So he runs up to you
Please tell
and
me I
bashes
can-
you in the nose with his shield.
What?
You take... What?
My nose?
Yes.
Fuck you, dude.
It's you in the nose with his shield. Make me a strength saving throw.
All right. All right, Paxton. We're gonna see if Daddy has a Junos. A 19 strength save.
Okay. You tank the hit as your nose begins to bleed and everything. You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Good lord. But with a 19, my nose doesn't break, right?
You're fine.
Oh, and just to clarify, did the Sacred Flame do anything?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, I just didn't narrate it.
That's fine.
Yeah. He just barely missed a
Terrible
save.
DM.
Okay. You guys are gonna look over and see the 2 that are on the other side of the dial are fighting each other now.
These two?
Yes,
Didn't they come out together?
they did.
Oh.
Glad you noted that.
Oh, interesting.
These gladiators are gonna rush up to try and get back on the dial. Paxton, this one runs up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, come here.
So...
He's gonna try and hit you with a multi-attack.
Please. Defeat my enemies and my life is yours.
Alright, 26 and a 24 to hit.
You're fucking okay.
I
You're
would be
bullshitting.
taking a chance.
You
with that.
are bullshitting me. You're fucking with me, aren't you? You're pulling my leg.
I am not. 26 and 24.
Kill yourself. Yes.
Those
Okay,
are
fine.
those are fat fucking rolls. Holy cow! I wonder what they
Right.
get is.
I
They
think
get,
I think he's fucking. I think he's,
well, they
he's
get at
taking
least
the
a
piss.
+6 to a fucking roll. Holy shit!
you're taking the piss.
Where's my phone? Give me my phone. I'm gonna look at this. I will send you a picture to show that I am not taking the piss, as you would say.
Well, I can't get my phone out if you're sending me a text. Paxton's on top of my lap where my phone is, and I know if one fucking wrong move, and this guy's gonna go
Hold
off.
on.
Again.
Peep the stream.
Peek the stream.
How do I do this?
All right.
Flip the camera.
All right, Paxton. We're gonna tell Uncle Hunter to suck a fat fucking dick. All right.
Okay,
fine.
Alright, so you take 9 piercing, and then you take 4 piercing.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. Hey.
That's a lot of
question,
damage.
Question, fellers. Is drinking a health potion considered a bonus action?
It sure is, but it is not your turn.
I know.
Alright. That's gonna be the end of their turns.
Ow. That scratch hurt. Stop it.
Chosen's gonna move over. And he's going to cast Fireball. If I can remember the rules for Fireball.
The rules are: I don't care how big the room is.
That's
I
true.
cast fireball. That's the rules.
20-foot radius.
What's that one now? No! No! No!
That's still 20
No!
feet.
Okay. He's gonna cast it at this guy right here. Oh, actually, he's gonna use a little bit of his movement to back up. So
He's going back the fuck up.
he's going to cast Fireball.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Oh, Packy. Yeah, you gotta check his phone. You gotta. Oh, he's okay. He's okay.
I make 2d6
Oh, that was this one. Okay. It's okay.
dexterity saves.
Okay.
We're gonna make 3.
It's okay.
They failed all 3. Alright, you guys watch as these guys just turn to a pile of ash as a ball of fire explodes out from the middle of them, and there is left a pile of dust. Alright.
Kaboom.
Cassian, it is your turn.
I am going to... Yeah, I'm gonna come up over here.
My phone out of my hands. He's sitting next to me and he fucking wailed his arms and he smacked my phone.
Oh no.
God damn it, dude.
And I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna give this guy a smack. Ooh, 19 to hit.
Okay, you bring your sword up, and as you bring it back down, you cut him right in the chest, leaving a big gash on his chest, coming all the way around to his sternum. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Start of the round. You guys hear the gears in the stone start to grind again.
Uh-oh.
And the dial starts to spin. And it spins fast. Make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy, here we go. Dex. 18.
Paxton, dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Okay. Paxton, as this wheel spins around faster and faster, you get flung off and you are prone on the ground.
I hate you.
And the dial has rotated. There. Alright, Pax, it is now your turn. You are prone flat on your back.
I'm really mad that I have not been able to get a hit off. Physical hit.
Oh,
off.
don't worry. If what I think happens is gonna happen, I'm sure you will.
Can I use a bonus action and an action to take 2 healing potions?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. I don't see why you.
I don't know why not. If you can already do one in a bonus action, you might as well be able to do one as an action.
How did the
2d4
what 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
And is that per or is that
Yes.
per?
Yes, so roll 2d4 twice.
And then so it's
Plus 2. So you regain 8 and 7 health. So
15.
15 health.
Let's hope you can do some basic addition quickly soon.
Are you gonna get him to do all of the math on all of your rolls?
No, I'm not.
I hope not.
All right. All right, we're feeling better. I'm gonna use my half of my movement to stand up, leaving me with
15.
15. I'm going to 5, 10, 15. Move back here. And that will be my turn. That's right, Paxton, because fuck them. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Cassian. 26.
What the fuck is their modifier? Yeah, that hits.
They're rolling really well, I will say.
Yeah, but to get a 26, you have to have a modifier of at least 6, and if it's not a crit, then they have like a modifier of like 7 or 8, which is a really high modifier.
Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Strength. 19.
Okay, he runs up to you and he bashes you in the chest with his shield. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, but you stay on your feet.
Okay.
This other one's gonna stop and prepare for a second.
That's concerning.
This one charges the one who just bashed you with his shield. And he hits him with his shield and sends him back onto his back on the ground here.
Okay.
Kandor is going to start charging up to the dial. He's going to get on. And he's actually going to dash to you. Cassian, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at this guy. Ooh, 22.
All right. He prepares, and it looks like he is getting ready for a strike to come at him. But you're faster. And as he brings his spear up to block your strike, he misjudges it, and it slides just past his spear as you catch him in the neck. And you see blood kind of spurt out the side as you kill him.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Let's see there next. Turn order. No, that's it.
Pax, you're up. This dial starts to spin. Cassian, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
No!
Dexterity.
start again,
Oh,
please.
cock.
Please
Hey.
don't be.
The dial spins really fast, and as you look over, you see Kandor start to stumble, and he falls, and he knocks into you, knocking you both prone on your backs off the dial.
Ah, shit.
And then one of the gladiators falls as well, and the other one rushes towards the center as soon as it stops spinning. Pax, your turn.
This dial thing is really cool.
This one.
Okay. You launch a firebolt at him, and it hits him in the helmet. And as he's running towards the center of the dial, it hits him and he falls, sliding across the dial. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. This gladiator rushes him. He's going to make an attack against him. That'll be his turn. It's gonna be their turn. Cassian, it is your turn. From behind you, you hear Johnny calling your name.
Okay.
Cassian, listen to me. I figured out the challenge.
What? Yes.
You need to remain on the dial. Remain on the dial.
Right. Did Kandor hear that too?
Yeah, Kandor heard it as well. He looks to you as he hears it and he nods.
Okay.
Like he understands.
Got it.
I'm gonna clear these guys so that it's less muddled.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Alright, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. And the other half to get back on the dial.
Okay, is that your turn?
I am going to I'm gonna shout to the others, "Get on the dial!"
Okay, the Chosen acknowledges. He kind of looks at you, and you can see like a sense of understanding. And Ophelia looks up, and she says, "Spinny,
Spinny!
Spinny!" As she begins to run towards the center.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Cassian, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep, that figures. Dex. Ooh, baby!
Oh. Nice.
I ain't going nowhere. Staying right the fuck here.
All right. The dial starts to spin quickly, and as you do so, you stabilize yourself, holding your ground as you watch as the two gladiators on there are falling off, and you are now on there alone. Pax, it is your turn.
Hang on. Sorry. I was taking a picture. I have Paxton sitting up and he's falling asleep. Let me send you
Oh, that's great.
Now watch, I'm gonna be a real fucking asshole. Is dashing a thing in your campaign?
Yes. At the cost of your action.
No, I'm a dwarf. I am a natural sprinter. Alright, 5, 10.
You do realize you can click the token and right click
20,
to see how far you're going, and then move it to the spot that you'd like.
25. Actually, no, I'm not going to spend my action to dash. So that was 25 movement. I'm going to... Let's see. What other spell do I have that I can use? Ooh. Eldritch Blast! I know. We're going to use an Eldritch Blast on this fucker. And then...
Okay. Cast Eldritch Blast.
I'm trying to get back to core. My kids... Come on. Where the fuck? Yes. Yes.
Okay. As he's falling onto the ground, you see him kind of kneeling, trying to get hold his head and everything after hitting the ground so hard. And as he looks up, he looks straight into the blast of this dark energy. And as it connects with his head, you watch him kind of start to necrose from the inside out, and he falls to a pile of bones on the ground.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. Still have your bonus action.
I'm not gonna do nothing with my bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. Listening to what Cassian said, the rest of the party is going to run and jump onto the dial. And that's their turn. Cassian.
I'm gonna go to the center of the dial, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on this motherfucker.
Okay, cast Sacred Flame.
And I don't know if being prone gives him disadvantage on the dex save. I'm not sure. But,
It doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't make it anyways. You release a beam of light coming from the sky.
It's fine, because I only did 1 damage.
Yeah, empowered by your god. As it comes down to the sky and hits him. Doesn't look like it did very much to him.
I gave him a sunburn.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's great.
Top of the round, Cassian, The Chosen, Candor, and Ophelia will all make dexterity saving throws.
Which ones?
Everybody on the dial.
Okay. Dex. Oh no. But I'm in the center.
Okay, Cassian. You watch as all of your party members who were on the dial get flung off. You don't fly off, but you stumble and you fall a little bit, so you're prone on the ground in the center near this point of the dial.
Okay.
We're at the top of the round. Pax.
Yep.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna jump on the dial.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so I'm using battle points for every spell I cast, correct?
Yes. Until I find a better way for that to work. So.
Alright, so I'm down to 3. Cantrips. Because spells are expensive.
Yeah, they are. I have
Wait,
the
hang on.
same problem.
Wait, no, sorry. Firebolt.
Okay.
This unfortunate soul.
You steady yourself on the dial as you launch a firebolt at him. And it connects with him, but he still seems somewhat okay as he's still moving forward.
Does it hit him in the sunburn?
No. Somewhere. Maybe the sunburn. Probably the sunburn. Is that your turn, Pax?
Yeah.
Alright. The Chosen, Ophelia, and Candor all step back onto the dial. Cassian, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get back into the center, and I am going to take, I don't know if you want to call it the dodge action or exactly what you want to call it, but I'm gonna kind of brace myself.
You want to
so
brace
that
yourself?
Yeah, so that I don't,
Okay,
like, fall down.
You're holding your turn to... Okay, I'll give you advantage on your dexterity check.
Okay. And that's...
Alright, and go ahead and make
That's
me
what I'm
that
doing.
dexterity check, because everybody on the dial now makes a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage. Oh, baby.
Okay,
Oh,
the
baby,
dial starts to spin really fast. And you watch as finally it stops spinning. And the final remaining gladiator drops his shield in anger, and he kind of throws his spear to the side, and he starts walking off the arena. And you hear a slow clap beginning to form from the other side of the arena. And you look up to see that the man clapping is the Dwarf King. You have completed my challenge. The first of 3. Approach me when you have completed all 3. And with that, he's going to begin getting off of his throne. And you guys are going to see the cell doors open up that you guys initially came up in.
Have I ever met the Dwarf King before?
You've never met him personally? No.
Never met him personally, but have I seen him?
Yeah, you've seen him because he's your king, or he was your king.
So what does he look like from what I remember?
He is a very short dwarf, as most are.
Short, stout, beard, crown.
I'm sorry, you're fucking retarded.
Hold
You
on.
told me that
Wait, what? What did I tell you?
He's short.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dwarf.
Yeah,
You have to give me.
short,
I had to.
stout, beard,
Hold on.
crown. That's what he is.
Yeah, pretty much. He's
Dwarf
got.
king.
You will notice that he does have some tattoos running along the sides of his face. He has a big double knotted beard going down on either side. He wears this kind of plate armor. And something that you notice now that you hadn't noticed about him before is he wears a covering over his eyes.
He wears a covering over his eyes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. Alright, that is... Oh, it is currently my turn. The cell doors are open. We're done.
yeah.
Are we done this
Are we in
We're-
initiative
we're-
still?
We are out of initiative.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we walk back to our fucking cells. That's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess we have to wait for the next challenge, I'm assuming?
As you guys walk through the cell door, you're greeted by the man who you had approached you initially. So you survived the first challenge.
Indeed.
Anybody want to respond?
So,
You will
did your mother a fucking elf or an orc?
I love you, buddy, but good lord. He looks to you with these real dark eyes as he looks at you like he's just stabbing you in his mind at this moment. He goes back to Cassian. You will not be so lucky come tomorrow. Or, sorry, not tomorrow, this afternoon.
And why is that then?
You can see a grin start to form on his face. Because our beasts are very hungry.
I
So
see.
turn in your weapons.
I hand it over.
I bet it was an orc.
Your axe.
I think I'll keep it.
Well, then that's a meeting you'll have with the Sentinels, I'm afraid.
Just give him your axe. You'll get it back.
I don't know, I'm getting kind of fucking tired of this.
Very well. The Sentinels it is.
Ares! Okay, real shit though. Hunter, could I fight the Sentinels if I gave my life over?
You
I
can
mean-
certainly try.
You can certainly try. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You can certainly try.
Do you have a backup character?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you have a backup character for when this one inevitably dies?
Well, I'm hoping that Hunter will give me some form of plot armor, considering he's created this whole thing.
Oh, you guys have no plot armor.
Yeah, we have no plot armor, Mac.
Then I'll
This
come
ain't
back
my
and
campaign where y'all actually do
Pax-
legitimately have some plot armor.
Pax's great cousin, or something.
Backs.
Backs. So are you gonna give up your axe, or would you like to face the Sentinels?
Fine.
Thank you for your cooperation. As he takes your axe, the rest of you
Mom's
guys
Civil War.
pile into your cells. Cassian, as the Chosen passes you by, you hear him kind of whisper to you, I will meet with you at midday.
Edge Lord, Edge Lord.
I'm just
Edge
going to
Lord.
nod.
As he goes into his cell. You guys are each in your respective cells, same as before. There are much fewer people in this prison than there was the night before. as most of them have perished in the gladiator battles. Are you guys going to do anything?
Well, you mentioned beasts, so I imagine we should prepare ourselves for whatever manner of creatures might live in these mountains. Pax, what manner of creatures do live in these mountains that they might have caught?
I haven't been back here in about 15 years, but I've seen ogres, spiders, half dwarf, half orc.
What do you half orc?
Cassian, really, you're not gonna be fucking prepared for whatever comes out of those cages.
That's fair. I suppose we should just rest up in that case.
Alright, would you guys like to do anything?
Huh?
Is there anything else you guys want to do before you guys kind of just lay down and stuff and get ready for the fights ahead?
Hey, be real with me. I'm not getting any more information out of that dream guy, am I?
Probably not. No.
Probably not.
Not until you...
So I'm noticing that most of the magic is fire related. Please tell me that this is actually Ares. That would.
It is not Ares. It is not
Ares. God
No.
damn it, dude, that'd be so fucking funny.
I have a different pantheon. You know
Yeah,
this.
he has a whole. He has his
No.
whole own
The Greek
pantheon.
pantheon is not a thing.
Like, is it loosely based on the God of War series?
Not at all. No.
Dude, that'd be funny as shit. Oh, you're ruining my fun. Fine.
Alright.
You're so dramatic, Mac.
What the fuck up?
So Pax,
Yep.
you lay down for a nap. Okay?
A nap.
Most of the people around you are starting to rest.
Would this
Cassian,
be considered a long or a short rest?
This will be a short.
Okay.
What happens on a short rest?
Hit
Use
dice for
hit
healing.
dice.
It's mostly just a heal.
I didn't take damage that whole round, did I? I don't think I did.
You did, but I don't know if we...
What are the points?
It doesn't matter. Everybody refills the full health. Whatever.
I usually am better about that, but I can't remember. I don't think I got hit. I think if I took damage, if I took damage, it was from getting thrown off the thing.
go to full health.
Because I don't think I got hit by anybody.
Just go to full health.
We're at full health.
Okay. So as Pax is sleeping, Cassian, you're kind of laying down for your nap. The Chosen steps out of the shadows as he had before.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches out and says, "Take my hand."
I grab it.
Oh, he's doing some gay shit, Jeremiah. He's doing some
And-
hand holding.
You watch him as
Gay.
he steps back into the shadows. And as you do so, you walk into the shadows with him. And the first thing you notice is the darkness. But then you feel the wind on your skin. A very strong wind. As you step through these shadows, you notice these random flickering of purple lights in the distance. And you suddenly feel your skin start to be pulled from your body. But then you step out of the shadows once again. And you're okay. There's a momentary flash of pain through your entire body. And you are outside of the cells, standing outside of the entire kingdom of Sovendra, overlooking the sea.
I look around. Can I tell where we are?
You could tell based on the terrain and everything, you're still in the the area of Sovendra, just not in the castle or in the keep itself.
Okay.
No, no, sir.
You're still in the Sovendran region.
Okay.
No.
I'm just gonna.
And he looks kind of aggravated as he looks back to you.
Happy baby, happy baby, happy baby.
I am going to look back at him. What to what do I owe the pleasure?
I thought I told you to keep Pax away from whatever is giving him these dark gifts, and then he awakes with armor. Armor that comes from an unknown source.
He's jelly. He's fucking jelly.
Yes,
I told you the path of reckoning that I followed, and you dare let him begin down this path as well. He trusts me, not. He trusts you. You must convince him. He will seek his own damnation if he follows his path.
A bit dramatic.
He's a dwarf, he's stubborn. And would there be some... Well... I am trying to keep him from agreeing to anything. I believe that in the end he will do the right thing, but I will be sure to talk to him one more time before our next fight.
He kind of stands there. I must show you something. Lay your hand on me.
I do.
As you do so, you are flashed into a different scenery. As the world around you begins to burn away from under your feet, and you see snow falling from the sky, and smoke rising from the ground. You see an image, and as you look up into the sky, you can see the moonlight, but the moon is shattered into 7 pieces.
Oh.
And it is dark. You look around, you hear nothing but pain as everybody around you is screaming. The fire is erupting all throughout the lands. And then you have a single vision. And sitting in a crater is the axe that Pax was wielding.
Oh.
He relinquishes control over the vision, and you come back to this moment. And he looks at you. And he says, I have seen the damage.
Was that the past or the future?
It is still to be written. The words come to me. I cannot yet make understanding of them.
Is that what happened whenever you had your episode in the middle of the night in the woods?
It is. I see flashes, as she permits me to see. She will never let me understand the full truth. She yearns for my reclaiming. But the world set in fire and frost is the one word that can linger in my mind. These new powers that Paxton has begun to obtain. They do not bode well, considering as we rush for our certain deaths. As we follow these steps, all I can see is flame. All I see is cinders. It is concerning. And not only that, Paxton is good. Yet he follows a dark path. The path of vengeance. We must do everything to ensure he does not continue.
Who did you want to get revenge on?
That is a story for another time.
Fair enough.
I'm not yet ready to relinquish my secrets to you. But as I said before, you can trust me. I lived a very dark past. I am not that man anymore.
Lucky for you, I believe in second chances.
He kind of looks to you, kind of like appreciative, and he says, "Thank you. There are not many who do." Back to Paxton. We must not allow him to continue this path. We must be prepared to do what is necessary should he continue too deep. We must be prepared to kill Paxton.
Jesus Christ! That's my son!
Well, you're the one who decided to name your dwarf after
I don't know
your
why you
child.
I named my character Pax, not Paxton. You keep calling him Paxton.
Yeah, it's your full name. Whatever.
We listen. First name Pax, last name Ton, because that's how much you weigh. It's fine.
That's okay. Jeremiah doesn't have very many of those quick.
That was a winner. He's not very witty, and he nailed it.
He's not witty. That was good though. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that one. That was good. Right.
I got a couple of good ones in there on occasion.
Yeah, it just takes forever for him to come out.
Usually.
Back to the scene. We must be prepared to kill Paxton.
Yes, I'm sworn to protect this world and others in it from the darkness, from the shadows, from evil.
It is a strange thing when your friends become that darkness. How far are we truly willing to go to uphold our oaths? To uphold the safety of our world? We must be willing to do whatever is necessary for the survival of our people.
Now, let me ask you this. As powerful as whoever it is that controls or seeks control over Pax and had control over you, it might be different, I'm not sure. But whoever they may be, as powerful as they are, do you see any world in which they are forever vanquished? Because the concern that I have is that you have had this happen, he is having this potentially happen. Who is to stop the next?
Be right back.
It's my understanding that you did terrible things. If whatever evil seeks to corrupt Pax is allowed to continue, and there will be another you and another him.
Rest assured, the evil stirring within Pax right now is nothing compared to what would happen if my mistress were set free. She is far darker than anyone could ever imagine. Remember that. Just know that the evil that Paxton deals with could be the beginning of a chain of events. One that we would be wise not to set in motion.
We have
I will give
to.
you time for one more question, Paladin. And then we should rest.
Is there any... Do you have any idea who might be behind this? Who it is that might be trying to control him, or if not who, then ideas, possibilities?
You kind of see him step away from you metaphorically for a second as he steps back. And you see him close his eyes. The shadows tell me many secrets. This is one yet revealed to me. Rest assured, I will notify you as soon as I have more. But for now, the shadows are silent.
Right. We should rest, and I should have a conversation with our dear dwarf.
Indeed. Remember what I have said.
Hunter,
What?
check your fucking phone.
I don't have my phone on ID.
Check it.
Acknowledge you. Okay. Alright.
There's a problem though.
We'll get to that whenever we're done with this, okay?
No, it's not that. This is a different problem.
What is it?
Kayla and her mom are here, so I need to take a pause, or at least I need to.
Okay, we're about to finish the session. We'll start up with yours next time, okay?
All right, cool.
Paladin, take my arm once more. And he leads you back through the shadows, and you step through, feel the same sensation as your skin feels like it's being pulled away, and the rush of wind through your ears and everything. And you're back in your cell. And he looks to you. He says, once more I advise you. Urge caution to the dwarf. And he steps back through the shadows. Alright, and that's where we'll end tonight. And next time, Mac, we'll start with yours. Okay?
All right, so I just want to the irony of him was able to redeem himself, but if I accept those powers, he's gonna kill me. I think that's crazy.
Well,
That's crazy.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess we will see what happens because you stopped the session, but I don't know. I had one more question for him, and I think I probably would have made a decision then based on his answer.
Interesting. Okay, well, you'll have to remember that question.
You'll have to remember that question.
It ties into his main plot line.